NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry now for David Montgomery. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards for number 11.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That was Carl Nassib working his way through and sticking him behind the line. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Montgomery back to the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 44, Fields. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. Oh, he bowls over it. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at the 20. They go play action now. Wilson able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Fields. Taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Out of the gun, Fields. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. One of the tight ends comes in motion. They'll run with Montgomery. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They try again with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
From the 22, Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there. Now Wilson. This one caught by Davis. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. The Jets at 6-4 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Wilson will throw again. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run with Hall. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. He's got room at the 30. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Justin Jones there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And Davis with it left side. Touchdown! Corey Davis with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have.
As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On play action, Fields. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Out to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. John Franklin Myers in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields over the middle. That's caught by Harry. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Here's Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. A final shot before the break. Fields toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Santos' kick is up and through. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this 2nd half. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, Charles, in that 1st half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10, it's Wilson again. And Davis has it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 16. A good pickup there, a 22. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hall ought to give up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Allen. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. 5. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And ultimately, could wind up costing him the ball game.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw again on second down, Wilson. And he fires one incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down. That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. To throw is Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Again, Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked off by Marcus Allen. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And
probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Wilson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. A shotgun snap, Fields looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Off play action, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Trucks over him, and he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. The Bears on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. Now Fields. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And a good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Braxton Berrios. 63 yards. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Take it in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
On 2nd and 10, Fields completes a Mooney on the slant.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Tackle on that play by Quentin Williams.
And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Ashton Davis.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The tight end in motion right. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. The slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Fields.
And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Fields going to hold on to it.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now receiver in motion left. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's Fields.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field,
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Eddie Jackson picks it,
and the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Chicago, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.